the NHMRL and iracingmonsters.com first annual virtual Snowball Derby on iracing.com. It's November 21st at 8 o'clock Eastern. The ETI Super Late Model Series at Five Flags Speedway is 300 laps and $20 to enter with $400 to win. Broadcast live on SRTV Network, Facebook, and YouTube. For more information or to sign up to enter, go to iracingmonsters.com. All right, we're live tonight from Five Flags Speedway, the AC2 SKINZ. It's the SK Modified Series, the Snowball Derby. Tonight, drivers, they're out there qualifying. They had some heat races, some qualifying to do before tonight's feature race here at Five Flags Speedway, which the feature race will be 100 laps here tonight. The winner will receive $25 and a t-shirt, custom t-shirt from iracingmonsters.com and the NHMRL for their win here tonight in the AC2 SKINZ Snowball Derby here in the SK Modified Series. They've qualified, and everybody that's going to be making tonight's race is out on the racetrack running a few laps here in practice before the feature race starts. So they got a little bit of practice in before the feature race here. In those heat races and also in qualifying. Fastest in qualifying was Bryson Daffern. And I'm not sure who's going to be starting on the pole. I wasn't watching the heat races because I was getting ready for this here with you guys. They're down on pit road, some of them out on the racetrack. And I hear some crashing going on out there, so it could be an interesting race here tonight from Five Flags Speedway and these SK Modifieds. Let's go out on the racetrack and see what it's like to run a lap here. We're on board Doug Stewart. From Georgia right now, Doug Stewart, the fastest lap out there in warm-up so far. He's in some traffic right now with Cody Clemens on his outside. Nice little battle going on right here with these 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 counting Anthony Cotto out there. in this final warm-up session. These drivers get to put a few laps down before tonight's main event. Oh, little contact there. Both drivers able to hang on to it. They got the bars on the side of these cars, and that will allow, oh, we got a car sideways off turn 2 right there. Most of the drivers able to get by, but getting ready for tonight's feature. It is the Snowball Derby here at Five Flags Speedway. We're just waiting for these drivers to get going here. Probably going through some of the rules and all that sort of stuff. If you want to get involved with the NHMRL, iracingmonsters.com, go to iracingmonsters.com. Information in the description down below. Check it out. They're doing the modifieds tonight. And then tomorrow, they're doing the mini stocks. And then Thursday is going to be the main snowball race for the NHMRL. It's the super late model, which we showed you in a video just a few seconds ago. It's going to be, what, 400 laps, 300 laps? That's going to be interesting. So I'm excited to see that. Warm-up's about over. And we're getting ready to go on to our 100 lap feature here. Shout out to AC2 SKINZ for making that possible here with the NHMRL and iracingmonsters.com and everybody else that got behind these guys to put this series on for all the drivers. And shout out to all the drivers that showed up as well. All right, here we go. Moving on to our 100 lap feature race tonight. The AC2 SKINZ 100 from Five Flags Speedway, the Snowball Derby for the SK Modified Series. Anthony Cotto was your champion for the regular point season, but they only did, I think, 3 races for that. So why is it not showing us the starting grid? I don't know. I can try to restart, maybe? Maybe that'll change it. We'll try. If not, we'll gotta try something, right? We'll be right back. See if we can get the starting grid pulled up for you guys. I just want to test this for my own information, by the way, because this has happened a few times on the dirt series when heat races are involved. So we're going to check it out here and see if that's what the case is. We'll do it right here. Bryson Daffern, your pole sitter. Jamie Massey going to be on his outside. Row 2, Aaron Stoltz and Scott Negus. Row 3, Johnny Evans and Jay Nelson. Look at all those cars. Zach Frazier and Anthony Cotto back in row number 4. Row 5 will be Douglas Stewart and Blake Murray. Row 6, Aaron Brubbelow and Curtis Daffern. Row number 7, James Miller and Chris Long, while row 8's got Lawson Williams and Dale Slides. It did fix it, by the way, so we're going to have to remember that. Tyler Hurst and Chris Herrera going to be back in row number 9. Row 10, Jarrett Murphy and Clyde Everhart. Also, Ruben Rodas, Waylon Nelson, John Etheridge, Jaden Strandberg back there. And that's your final 2 drivers in the back, 24 car field, getting ready to kick off tonight's feature. It's Bryson Daffern sending us to the green flag, and here we are. Battle for the lead early up front. Bryson Daffern not going to lead lap number 1. It's going to go to Aaron Stoltz. Stoltz gets in to that number 1 spot there. Johnny Evans and Bryson Daffern battle side by side for the 2nd spot. They're finally able to get single file. Jamie Massey in the 4th position right now. Doug Stewart, he's running 5th right now. Jay Nelson, Zach Frazier, and Aaron Brumbelow back here. Everybody starting to single file out. Back here, Scott Negus in the 55. Caution's going to come out on the racetrack there. Trouble for Chris Herrera. Actually, maybe, yeah. Caution is out. Herrera. Big trouble for Chris Herrera. Let's go take a look at it. Herrera way in the back here, trying to stay out of trouble. Not sure how he got picked up and caught up in that one. Oh, it happened with Chris Long. Got loose off the corner. Nothing there. Clyde Everhart, oh, makes contact with him going into turn number 1 right there. Accidental, a little bit of contact right there. As of course, they were not racing very hard back there in the back, just trying to get her all sorted out after Long got a little bit sideways there, coming off 4. A little unfortunate, but caution number 1 for tonight. Lap 6. Aaron Stoltz is your leader. Johnny Evans going to be restarting on his outside. Jamie Massey will be inside row 2 with, or maybe it'll be Bryson Daffern with Jamie Massey on his outside. And then Doug Stewart and Jay Nelson in the 3rd row. Let's see what happens here for this restart. We're on board with Aaron Stoltz right now, which should be the one in control of the green flag. They're wrecking in the back. Under caution. Looks like they got it sorted out. A little contact back there. As we get ready to go green, here it is. Green flag back out. As you take a look at Bryson Daffern there, right off the back bumper of the leader. A little sparks as he drops it down into turn 3, but the caution comes back out. Looks like Nelson may have been caught up in this. Let's go look. Caution comes out for the 2nd time here tonight. And it's off of turn 2 this time. Nelson down to the bottom of the racetrack. He gets onto the apron, got a little, oh, he got a little bit loose right there. Come up. Hits the apron. And it bobbles. He tried to save it. And up in front of a few drivers. One more time, 3 wide, drops it down below. And he's lucky he picked that spot. And I'm talking about the driver that just barely got by. Not sure who that was, but pretty good call for him to drop it down to the bottom and squeeze on by there. And it might have been Jaden Strandberg I'm talking about. Able to call that one right. Because he overcorrected, come back up the racetrack, caught the people that were in that higher line, causing them some damage. Let's see if anybody's down on pit road. Looks like we got 1 car in the pits right now. That's Chris Herrera, which was caught up in that wreck in the 1st caution. We're going to get this one going here. Lights are going to go back off at the start-finish line. And It's going to be, this time Bryson Dafford going to be restarting on the outside. Last time he restarted third and was able to pick up some ground as he went down into turns 1 and 2. Slide into that second spot. This time it's going to be restarting on the outside. Aaron Stoltz in control of the green flag. And that puts Johnny Evans in the third spot, I believe. Nope. Yeah, Johnny Evans right there. All right, here it is. Green flag back out. Good start for the driver on the outside there on Bryson Dafford. But is it a good start? Or is it a too good of a start there? Because now he's in a battle. And he's on the high side of the racetrack here as they come to the start-finish line. Still trying to get clear of Johnny Evans. Caution comes out. Trouble for, looks like John Etheridge involved. A few other drivers kind of parked it here. Somebody is on their lid. That'd be Aaron Brumberlow, perhaps. Let's go back and look at it. See if we can find out what the cause of this one was. We're going to watch John Etheridge. Oh, it started right here with Aaron Brumberlow. Looks like the 15. Brumberlow ends up with a broken right front. You see a lot of damage on a lot of those cars. See if we can get a better look at it. Oh, comes down a little bit, tapping the 15 perhaps. Oh, he checks up, comes down, contact, and then gets out of the throttle there, and they stack up behind him. It does look like Anthony Cotto made it through there. Perhaps Scott Negus and Clyde Everhart just going to squeeze on through there on the bottom as he was just riding around, being safe early in the first half of this one with a 100 laps for the total feature. Not a bad idea to play it safe back in the pack for the first half of this one and then try to work your way towards the front. It also opens up the opportunity for pit strategy. So if you have any pit strategy, let's look at pit road now. Looks like 3 drivers on pit road. Scott Negus is about to pull off, it looks like, and just ahead of the pace truck. He comes out as the leaders come on by. Still a few drivers on pit road. It looks like John Etheridge, Aaron Brumberlow, Curtis Dafford, and Chris Herrera. So perhaps 4 drivers out of this one. Lights are still on the pace truck. They're going to go around one more time before we get this one back on the green. Right now, Aaron Stoltz able to get the lead early on that first initial start. And it's paid off for him so far. He's been able to fire off on these cautions and not really have to worry about racing the drivers that are around him down into turns 1 and 2. He's letting them battle for it as he drives off into the safe place, into his safe place. Lights are off. We're going green this time. Aaron Stoltz. Once again, let's go on board. Oh, trouble right here, the 15. They saved it coming down the front straightaway. Able to hang on to it, keep the caution from coming out, and any other driver from picking up or getting involved with anything going on there. We got a battle for the 3rd spot. Right now, Johnny Evans and Jamie Massey side by side. Doug Stewart watching this one. Let's go on board with Doug. This is what he sees. Jamie Massey going to squeeze off in there. They get single file. Caution out on the racetrack. I don't see nobody. See if we can find it for you guys. All 3 or 4 wide, it looks like. As they went down into the corner, this pack right here, all over each other. And the 15 has been in some tricky spots here tonight. And a car does go around. It's going to be the 14. Dale Slides ended up sideways. He saved it. But the caution still comes out. 3 wide into turn 1 in the middle right there. Hell of a deal. Hell of a job by Dale for saving that one. Here it is on board. Oh. And a nice save right there. As these drivers pace around, get them sorted out. Some of the drivers that were involved earlier going to get time to get back out on the racetrack, perhaps maybe get a lap back as well. So we'll see about that. We know Aaron Brubolo was out. He's going to be looking to get some laps back, so he's going to want to see a few cautions, as well as probably Lawson Williams as well. Because right now, Lawson Williams is the 3 laps down, but he's still in the pits. Aaron Brumolo's 4 laps down. He's coming around, and he's going to move up 1 spot into the 20th spot. Lawson Williams will fall back because he's still in the pits. Curtis Daffern back out on the racetrack. Right now, 4 laps, or yeah, 3 or 4, no, 5. Curtis Daffern 5 laps down. So some of these drivers towards the back are going to need a few cautions. So they want to get those laps back. Now, Aaron Brumolo is your lucky dog right now. Lights are still on the pace truck. Looks like they called off the restart. We're on lap 27 of 100. So far, it's been all Aaron Stoltz here tonight, and particularly because of the cautions that's been coming out. We'll see what happens here as we get ready to go back green. This time by, they're all doubled up, stacked up, side by side, and we're green. A little bit of slicing and dicing going on right there. The 99, Anthony Cottle, working that bottom line. He's right behind the number 1, that red and yellow number 1. That's Douglas Stewart, by the way, with Bryson Daffern falling back into the 4th spot. Daffern looking to the inside here this time. Little contact, but they drove through it. They stacked them up behind them, and we got a 3-row. No, looks like it goes to 2 rows that are side by side. And right now, Jay Nelson watching this go on. It looks like he's all over the back of Anthony Cottle in that 7th position. Right now, Stoltz still leading out front with Jamie Massey. in second, Bryson Dafford in third, single file, and then Anthony Cotto finally able to clear. He's in that fourth spot. Jay Nelson working that wheel as we ride on board, and they finally get single file. So top 6, 7, 8, 9 are single file. So let's go back here. They're trying to get it sorted out. Somebody wiggles off turn 4. We got trouble going into turn 1. Dale slides all around. Oh, you hate to see it. Let's go take a look. We were just watching that battle. Slides got down into the corner here. Come off. Oh, got into the back of the 22. Oh, trouble happened ahead of him. So it started right there. Not sure who that is. Is that Doug Stewart? No? I'm not quite sure who that is, but he got into some trouble right there and some drivers reacted. Curtis Daffern right there. Jay Nelson is the one that got pretty much destroyed right here. So, oh, he got loose off turn 4. That's what happened. The 14 of Dale slides ends up getting him and Chris Long becoming a victim of checkup. All right, there was your instant replay. We're going back to Green Racing here, lap 39. So we got 39 laps complete. It's looking good for Aaron Stoltz out front, considering he don't have a lot of laps on those tires. So I wouldn't doubt he stays out the entire race here. We'll see what happens with the drivers up front, considering they've had so many laps under caution. I don't think there'd be a point in coming down pit road. And the top 3 easily single file once again, and leaves that battle for the 4th spot. They're going to get single. Oh, check it up off corner turn. Oh, the leader. And that causes a pile up on the racetrack. Now that was a big deal. Let's go back and see what happened. Bryson Daffern was in 3rd. He had front row seats to this. Let's see if it... Oh, the leader just checks up coming off of the corner. That was Aaron Stoltz checked up coming off the corner. Let's go watch it on board. Goes down into the corner. And he just lets out the throttle and it just wrecks the whole field. So probably, if I had to guess, there was some kind of technical issue there for Aaron Stoltz, causing him to lose power, but he goes down the pit road and it looks like it's running, so I'm not quite sure. He looks like he's having some issues there, so throttle cable come unconnected off turn 4, I would assume. That stacks up everybody. Who made it through is the question. Did Bryson Daffern even make it through? I don't know. If he did, I think he decided to come down pit road and take 4 tires, so he's going to come back out on the racetrack in P6. He may have come down to get a little bit of damage fixed as well as 4 tires. So that puts the leader as Chris Long in the 17L. Oh, Chris out of Hartselle, Alabama. If I'm saying that right. A driver for Everhart Card Racing. Main sponsor is Everhart Transportation Incorporated. Now he's out there leading these things. He's going to be in control of the restart. We're on lap 44. There it is. Lights are off. So they're going to try to get this one going again. So the lucky dog, I guess. We got a lot of cars a lap down, or is that an error? We'll find out here as this one goes green. Chris Long fires off, gets this one going. Your top four drivers, single file. Really close call right there. That's going to stack up those guys in the back. But we got a battle for the lead right now. Jaden Stramberg, your new leader, out front, getting around Chris Long. Bryson Daffern started sixth, starting to move up through the field. He looks to the inside. He's going to take the lead. Stramberg goes up the racetrack a little high right there. Still door to door. They go off into three, and Stramberg giving plenty of room on the bottom through the middle and the center, the entry in the center of the corner. But he's doing a fantastic job on the outside. Blake Murray there on the inside right now as they continue to battle for that P2 spot. It looks like Stramberg able to hold him off on the outside there, slides back into the second spot. Chris Long back to fourth right now. Fifth, Jamie Massey. Massey was caught up in that big one. He was right behind Aaron Stoltz. And something happened to Aaron Stoltz right there is all I can say, because there's no other reason, no other explanation for what happened besides the throttle cable snapped on him off turn 4 and he lost power or something like that. But look at that crossover as they went down into the corner. This is it's hard to say who that is. Dale Slides, perhaps? No, it's not Chris. So lap traffic's mixed in is what it is. Lap traffic, it's Zach Frazier in that blue and black machine, I believe. And he gets loose off of the corner right there. They stack up. They're going to be 3 wide into 1. Yes, they are 1 lap down. Top 7 drivers are on the lead lap. That's it right now. Only 7 drivers on the lead lap. So they must have got stuck in the pits there. Sometimes when you don't uncheck that fuel, you'll get stuck there receiving fuel. And you're like, wait, what's going on? Why won't it let me go? And then next thing you know, you're a lap down coming out the pits late. So you got to be very careful and pay attention to how much fuel you're going to get. And I got a common habit of every time the caution comes out, I pull up my pit box, which is F4 on. So it's just a habit. Every time the caution comes out, I hit F4 immediately. A lot of racing going on out there, but the problem is not too many on the lead lap. They're putting drivers a lap down quickly. right now, top 6 drivers on the lead lap. Here's Bryson Daffern. Here's a look at the leaderboard as well. Bryson Daffern way out in front of these guys. Blake Murray sitting second right now. Jamie Massey up to third once again after that little issue he had earlier. Oh, there's Douglas Stewart with some issues there. A little damage perhaps on the back end. Let's go back on the replay. That's probably not the smartest thing to do, is admit that in there, Aaron, but I mean, everybody's different, I guess. I was trying to help you out. Yeah, I'm going down into the corner here. I'm not sure if he just got loose or... It's hard to say. We'll go on board. Oh, he hit the brakes and got hit in the back. That's what happened. Yeah, he went down into the corner, pumped the brakes there so he didn't run over the driver in front of him. Ended up getting punted from behind there. I believe it was Anthony Connell behind him, but yeah, that's probably not we'll leave it at that. Lights back on the pace truck here, caution back out. A lot of drivers a lap down. Making this one a little bit easier for the guys that are on the lead lap. Ruben Rodas. Right now he's on pit road. He better get back out there. He's going to be a lap down, but right now, oh, more drivers going laps down from not, I would say not unchecking fuel, but you see him down on pit road coming off now. Now it's showing 4 drivers on the lead lap. So a lot of bad pit strategy going on, it seems like. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad pit strategy, but perhaps more of a error. Putting too much fuel in, being held up in the pits, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can get an explanation later on by one of the drivers that we talked to at the end of this thing. But all right, let's show you on your screen right here. See, it's showing the top 4 drivers on the lead lap, and then 5th on back is the lap down. So that's what we got going on. That's what I'm trying to explain. Bryson Daffern going to get this one kicked back off. We're on lap 66, so this one's coming to an end. About 34 laps to go. Bryson Daffern had a huge lead there before the caution come out, but now he's being chased down by Jamie Massey, which was running second earlier when the leader caused a problem off turn 4. Which now we have confirmation of what happened there. He basically said he wrecked the whole field on purpose. Four drivers on the lead lap, so right now your first car 1 lap down is Zach Frazier, and then Blake Murray and Rodas, which just went a lap down, and also Chris Long, and then everybody else is 2 laps down or more. Strandberg went from running top 3 to 2 laps down. So I'm not sure what happened there, but watching this battle for the lead, Jamie Massey and Bryson Daffern. Let's look at pit strategy between the two. Massey had just come off pit road before so he's been out for 8 laps. He took 4 tires on pit road. Bryson Daffern's been out for a lot longer than that. He come in early. He's been out for 31 laps. And he used up a little bit of those tires when he increased that lead. And being that far ahead, I mean, got to start saving at that point. But it looks like the lead that he had, he kept pushing it now. It looks like those new tires are paying off for Jamie Massey. On board Bryson Daffern right now. Just trying to watch and see what's going on. Last time by, he ran a 146. Later ran a 082. Jarrett Murphy in third. He ran a 213. So a 0, a 1, and a 2 for the top three drivers. There's Jared Murphy running third right now, just ahead of Aaron Brumbelow, which Brumbelow being scored 4 laps down. So it's unfortunate a lot of these drivers that are a lap down just happen to have some type of issue on pit road or something, but lap 80 on the board right now, and Massey continue to increase his lead there over Bryson Daffern and Jarrett Murphy. There's Jay Nelson. He's quite a ways back. The 3 drivers that are in front of him, or 2 of them, the first 2 in front of him are a lap down. And then Jay Nelson, I'm sorry, Jarrett Murphy in that 3rd spot. He's got Aaron Brumbelow on his back bumper there. I'm sure Brumbelow's not in a big hurry, considering he's 4 laps down. Here comes Doug Stewart on the inside here, looking to make a pass. And Aaron Brumbelow's going to let him slide up on by, and your leader out front, Jamie Massey, has increased his lead to 0.6 of a second as we approach 17 laps to go. Here's Jamie Massey. On board your leader, you can see Bryson Daffern back in second. Oh, it's an easy fix, man. Just a couple buttons and it's a wrap. It's an easy fix. You done hit way too many buttons already. Jamie Massey, Bryson Daffern, Jarrett Murphy, Jay Nelson, and Scott Negus is your top 5. And we've been watching Jarrett Murphy, man, for quite a while. We'll go back up here and check on Daffern. He's fell back another 10th since the last time, and we are approaching 10 to go. I don't see any hope for Bryson Daffern at this point with the older set of tires. He's got about 22, 23 lap more tires, or older tires than Massey right now. Massey's got it figured out. Caution is out. That's going to give somebody their lap back. Scott Negus will get put back on the lead lap. With only 4 cars on the lead lap, well, 5 now, I would definitely come down pit road and get myself 4 freshies. If they're available, let's go back on the replay and see what happened. Oh, they were all stacked up back here. Let's see if we can find it. Look how stacked up they are. They're all over each other. We should have been watching this madness. If I'd have known they were racing so hard back here, I'd have been back here watching for sure, but they kept it clean. And they're still green, it looks like, so the caution comes out somewhere. Well, I don't see any caution. And we're still looking, but see if we can find it. I don't know. There it is. Car sideways off 4. We found them. Not sure who it is. Perhaps Zach Frazier, it looks like. All right, Frazier come off turn 4 sideways right here. Went around in front of a few guys. Broke his left front on the inside wall, bringing out the caution. All right, so we got that understood. And now we have 6 cars on the lead lap. So looks like 2 drivers got back on the lead lap. And the lights are off. Pace truck pulls in, and we're going to get this one going. Oh, they stack up a little bit, but the green flag is out. Jamie Massey and Bryson Daffern, your leaders. They little crash going into the corner right there causes the caution to come back out. And I'm surprised that Daffern didn't pit. Unbelievable. Well, did Jarrett Murphy? No. Wonder why. We know Jamie didn't. No, he didn't pit either. Let's go back on the replay and see if we can find out for the caution here. Oh, they bounce off of each other on the front straightaway, but let's see, it happened on the restart. Oh, I hit all kind of wrong buttons. Let's see if we can find it. It was a little further back. Let's take a look back here. Oh, it's happening third. That's the 15 or 16. Blake Murray? No. I'm not sure. Either way, he got some damage out of that one. He might be out. All right, Jamie Massey going to finish this one off. Green, white, checkered to end this race tonight after 100 laps here in the AC2 Skins. Oh, he should have got underneath him right there. He didn't. They're coming to the white flag. This time, Bryson on his inside for the race win, for the lead. Will it be the outside? Will it be the inside? Who'll get it done? They block. Oh, Jarrett Murphy gets turned at the start-finish line. One's going to win, and one's going to not. And the winner of tonight's race by a little bit. Barely. that was a battle coming to the start finish line, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Jamie Massey gets it by .015 at the start finish line. Let's watch it one more time as he pulls off into victory lane. It was a good charge there by Bryson Daffern, but just wasn't enough. As they come to the start finish line, you see the distance about a foot separating those two, with Jamie Massey getting it done using the outside line. Tough. That was a good hard battle there at the end for the win. But what happened with Jarrett Murphy probably shouldn't have happened. I think that's Jarrett Murphy in the 10 car, and he'll end up finishing 7th here. Let's go on board with Jarrett Murphy for a lap, and then we'll take a look at it. This is how the race ends for Jarrett Murphy. And they wiggle off of the corner right there. Goes down the end of the corner here. And they're coming to the white flag this time. And it's the 15 of Blake Murray trying to get a run off the corner right here. Looks to the outside, fakes to the outside, goes to the bottom. And that's what happened with Murph. Big Murph. See if we can get a better look at it. No, we're good. We're good on that. Let's go back and take a look at tonight's race results. But Jamie Massey gets it done after some old funny stuff happened there earlier, and then he come in and admitted to intentionally wrecking the whole field. That's a little different, but I guess you can't fix it. Here's a look at your race results for tonight. A lot of drivers went a lap down, a little weird, but it happened. Jamie Massey, Bryson Daffern, and Blake Murray is going to finish the podium here, and I'm sure that Jarrett Murphy's not too happy about that. Jay Nelson back in 4th, Scott Negus, and then Ruben Rodas, Jarrett Murphy back in 7th, Chris Long and Dale Slides with Jaden Strandberg rounded out the top 10. And here's a look at the 11th through 20th with Anthony Cottle, Tyler Hurst, Aaron Provolone, Doug Stewart, Zach Frazier, Curtis Daffern, Johnny Evans, James Miller, and then what's his face, and then Clyde Everhart. Waylon Nelson, Lawson Williams, John Etheridge, and Chris Herrera. And that's it. All right, let's talk to tonight's winner. A fantastic finish for this one, as you only won by 0.015. Good little battle there. Come in and got you some good tires, man. Jamie, you got me?
I got you, buddy.
Tough little race for you there after you was running second earlier, and we all kind of know what happened there. It's all out in the open now.
Pussy, right? Yeah.
It kind of looks like, right. To me, it looked like there was some kind of a technical issue, like a throttle cable, or what we would say,
brake pedal, bro. Yeah.
Something happened, right? But then you get the ones that'll just admit it. Yeah, it just makes no sense. But yeah, so hey, you recover from that. You come back out like you always do, and you keep your head in the game, and next thing you know, you're back in the top 3. You end up making a good choice on a pit stop there, which give you a little bit of an advantage there over Bryson at the end. But it come down to a green-white checkered finish here. A lot of cautions out on the racetrack let you save your tires early. So that one pit stop there that you made was definitely crucial. And I was surprised there at the end that there was only 4 drivers on the lead lap, and then one that was going to get their lap back I was surprised that you guys didn't come down pit road on that last one and decided to stay out, especially Bryson Daffern. But you was probably pretty good. But yeah, I was surprised to see that, man. But pretty good call on pit strategy, and a very fast race car got yourself in victory lane. But exciting finish, man. You guys put on a show there at the end, and you only got him by about 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah, like we only have one set of tires, so you know, we had to pick when to choose them, and when you got a fucking clown who wrecks. I mean, it's one thing to wreck me, that's cool, because I don't even know why he was mad at me, but he was targeting me from the start of the race and running his mouth, and then he ran his mouth too many times, and I guess that I ran him down, and he thought I was gonna wreck him, so he just kept brake checking me, or because I didn't wreck him, he chose to brake check me, and then it gave me the lead. So he tried to start the restart there, and it gave him a black flag. And then I guess he got mad about that, and he just locked up the brakes and killed me. But dude, you took out the entire field. Like, what kind of bitch are you to take out? If you got a problem with me, that's cool. But don't wreck 15 other guys because you thought you were somebody by making it 3 wide and getting the lead, and you're some kind of superstar asphalt driver. Well, I drug my nuts across his fucking face, and he knows who I am now. That's all that matters.
Hey, man, look, that was very interesting to watch. It was a little exciting as well, but, you know, at the time, I'm like, wait, what happened there? You know, like, how come, you know, and usually you never see anything like that. And he chose the right time to do it, and it did cause a big one, but it did work out into your favor at the end. And like I said, all you got to do is keep your head down and keep digging like you did, and you find yourself in victory lane. So, you know, it's going to take a lot more than something like that, you know, especially that early in the race, to stop somebody that's dedicated and motivated to win one of these things. Of course, I thought, you know, if you're going to do something like that, why would you do it that early, first of all? And second, why would you admit it? It makes no sense to me, but you'll have it out there, I guess.
Yeah, it must be an asphalt thing, man. I've seen a lot of things in racing, but I mean, and
I don't know about that.
I don't know, like that blows my mind. Like, it's cool, one thing to wreck me and, you know, got a problem with me just because I guess it was because I said something to him about making it 3 wide. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, dude, it's lap 1. Why are we making it 3 wide? He took that personal, and then was carried on until
you said he wrecked him under caution.
No, he jammed the. When I ran it, he ran his mouth the entire race until I got the second, and I ran him down. And when I ran him down, I called him right as the caution came out. I never touched him. He slammed on brakes as the caution come out. I mean, goddamn, I don't got a fucking parachute on this motherfucker. I can't ejectocito this motherfucker and stop this bitch. Yeah. I mean, he literally. So I ran in the back of him. Well, because it was gonna send him to the rear, so it was telling him to go to the back because he's a dumbass, and it gave me the lead. So then he had a black flag, and then he tried to start the race, and I guess he was mad because he wasn't gonna get it cleared, which I didn't give a fuck if they cleared it or not. I mean, my car was junk at that point. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So it was what it was. He had no reason to even try to wreck me in the first place, but he ended up fucking himself.
Yeah, I never seen any issues go on between the top 4 or 5 drivers. It seemed like all the stuff that was going on was in the back, and you know, like I said, once you got past that, you know, you kind of just had to keep your nose clean. You came down, got that thing fixed, and still was able to put on a good show there. Bryson chose to get his tires a little bit sooner, and you come down a little bit later, and it paid off in the end because that caution come out for you at the right time. So it's a gamble.
Yeah, Bryson's really good, man. He's really good at these asphalt racing. He's really good in the dirt side too. And like I said, I'm learning asphalt, and I figured, you know, he got in that wreck, and I figured he went ahead and took tires then, and I decided to not take tires and just fix my car and go ahead and fuel up. So I just drove. Like I said, I drove up as far as I could, and there was a lot of cars that it caught. I mean, there were a lot of people flipped in that wreck, so they had to tow. So it put a lot of people a lap down, and I knew that I was going to be 6th at worst, you know, with old tires. And I was like, well, I can just hold on. If Bryson did get tires, maybe there'll be a caution later on. I was kind of worried there a little bit that there was going to be we wasn't gonna get a caution and we was gonna go green because we kind of getting spread out.
It looked that way, yeah.
Yeah, and then that caution came out, which I was catching everybody. I done made it to third, but I couldn't tell really where I was or who was who because of the lap cars.
Right.
And but I was catching, but I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't gaining on Bryson any. Like we were kind of turning the same lap time, so I knew that if I did get a caution, that I could go get tires that I could possibly set him up. And then that last restart, man, the first restart I did pretty good. He was gonna be hung on the outside. I had a good restart, and then the last restart, I just missed the corner entry, and then he got the bottom, and I wasn't gonna crowd him, and I was just gonna run as hard as I could and try to get the drive off, and he raced me clean to the line. And
yeah, it seemed like the outside was a little better. We watched a few drivers kind of make the pass on the outside where the guy on the bottom couldn't get by him. So when I seen you guys side by side, first I was kind of like curious as to how he got to your inside. Of course, we know he's going to drive it hard as he can and as clean as possible. So it made it exciting to watch. But of course, we knew you had those better tires. But putting you on the outside right there, you was able to carry a little bit more momentum to the start-finish line there and beat him by a bumper. So I think it paid off for you a little bit. But yeah, a little better restart. You wouldn't have had to worry about none of that.
Yeah, I know. That's it. But it's all right, man. The two guys that he said sucked, they finished 1-2. So it is what it is. And me and Bryson are not even on teams or nothing. And that's pretty cool that a guy who talks shit and thinks because he made it 3 wide, he's a superstar. And I guess he races these cars or something. He had his own little custom paint and shit. So it would be sad if I had some dude who races dirt every day comes in here and walks my ass too. I'd probably feel some type of way and jam the brakes and wreck the whole fucking field. Probably not, but I guess there's some arrogant pricks that race asphalt, and I'm learning that. And hell yeah, I thought asphalt was a little bit less drama, and that this might be the place for me. But goddamn hell, I fit right in over here. Let's get it.
Well, this is short track racing. It's a little different. It's not like a representation of all asphalt because there's a lot of good 1.5 miles and different style racing goes on out there. But short track racing, man, yeah, that's one thing I kind of stay away from. And compared to the dirt, it seems like the dirt drivers have a little bit more respect, even though they have a little bit less control of their car. It seems like to me, because it's easier for me. Maybe that's just my own opinion, but yeah, man, you guys put on a hell of a show on dirt, and then the short track asphalt seems to be a little bit more rocky.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun though. Like I think where the short track plays into it's bull rings. It plays into our driving. You can kind of toss the car around a little bit. I'm not no good in this shit. I mean, how I've been qualifying up front and running up front these last couple races, man, is just I'm getting seat time, but I'm still not like where these guys are. And I mean, one day, hopefully we will be. Like, I really enjoy the asphalt side, and I enjoy meeting new pricks. So yeah, it was all in all a hell of a night, and we made a new rivalry. Oh, he probably won't be able to race with us no more.
No, I doubt that.
But yeah, well, it sucks to suck and be an asshole sometimes. And I want to thank Bryson for racing me clean and everybody else, and John for putting this on. This is what blows my mind is he puts up these free races for people and does all this and gives out money, and then gives out T-shirts and gives out all this and that, and then you got little pricks who don't appreciate nothing and come in here and act like a fucking idiot. So first and foremost, I want to apologize to everybody that was involved in that, because me and him was going back and forth with a little bit of shit talking, and that may have led up to that. So I want to apologize on my behalf of that portion of what led up into that. But I never once touched his race car until he jammed the brakes, and I never once tried to wreck him at all. Even after he slammed the brakes and destroyed my race car, when we went back green there, he got the lead, and I still didn't. He had like a half a car on me, and he just locked the brakes up. But yeah, I think it's a whole lot better when you pass a guy who's a prick than wreck the guy who's running his mouth. So that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I told him I'd tip junk his shit, but that was not my intentions. I wanted to pass him and be the better guy.
Absolutely.
And, I think that showed in the end of the night. He wanted to be an arrogant asshole and cost himself a race. And appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, man. Hey, the team I'm on, it's we got a slogan. It's called "We Retaliate by Winning." And that's how it goes, man. It feels better that way. But good job out there tonight. You made it exciting, I guess, all throughout the race, which I didn't know that, but especially at the end. And we can tell you got it in you because you can jump into just about anything and go fast. So, you know, they can't take that away from you, Jamie, man. Good job. You get the 25 and the T-shirt.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Making money, money, and making enemies and bitches like him cry. That's a successful night. See you, brother.
All right, Jamie, there he is, your winner for tonight's race. Let's move on down to Bryson Daffern, our second place finisher with a little bit of pit strategy. Almost still had this thing at the end, man. A lot of trouble went on as we were talking about we were talking to Jamie, so we ain't gonna go through all the things that happened out there tonight, man. But most importantly, you had a chance at the end of this thing. You was out there leading by quite a bit before the caution came out, and you pretty much had this thing in the bag. And like I said to Jamie, I said, you know, it was a gamble, and he kind of won the gamble tonight, because if that last caution there, when you had that huge lead, wouldn't have come out, you'd have been in victory lane here, and it did. So sometimes it comes down to that, man. A little bit of luck on your side with the gamble you make.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a choice really when I pitted. Yeah, I could have waited on the tires, but it was already around closer to lap 50. So when I went ahead and pitted, took that fast repair, I went ahead and just took my new tires as well. Because, I mean, if I could get to the front, it was going to be okay. But, I mean, and then I realized when I restarted fifth, I was going to be okay. I got that big lead, caution came out. And then after the caution, I was not driving the same as I was before. And it took me a while to get settled back in. And so I figured out what I was doing wrong that I wasn't doing before. Whatever happened after that caution, for some reason it changed up my driving style, and it was wrong, and it cost me a little bit. So
I was curious as to if you got caught up in that big one that started up front, because you was running third at the time. Did you end up getting some damage out of that? Because I really didn't catch it, you know, live as you got through that.
Yeah, I bounced. I think I bounced the right front off of one of them, and then I got. Some guy didn't check up in time and got into the back of me and spun me out as well. I spun out and kept going, but I figured might as well go ahead and take that fast repair, and cause just in case we didn't get another caution, and then had that long green flag run. I was like, well, I'm glad I went ahead and did that, and then we got that caution. I was like, well, crap.
All right, well, you was out front, man. You ended up leading 26 laps here tonight, and when you was out there, you had a nice lead, man. I'm talking about it was huge there for a little bit, and only a few drivers on the lead lap. I was curious as to why you didn't save a little bit more with the huge lead, or was you pushing it as hard as you could, or was you saving a little bit?
I actually wasn't pushing that bad. I was actually lifting a lot more out front than what I was doing earlier in the race. I was actually lifting more, letting it roll, you know, not pushing the right front too hard. And I don't know what was going on with Blake. I just kept seeing he kept falling back, and I mean, it wasn't, you know, a tenth here and there for a while. It was like 4/10 a lap, 5/10 a lap, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on back there, but I just kept, so I kept slowing down a little bit more. I mean, I wasn't gonna over slow, but I mean, I probably could have. I had a big enough lead. I probably could have started over slowing a lot and saved more.
A little bit more, yeah, maybe. Yeah, we see you. Go ahead.
Oh, they just drive so much different off throttle, and it was just comfortable. I just had a comfortable pace, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't ever heard no tires squealing, so I knew I wasn't overdoing it.
And hoping the caution didn't come out. Yeah, we seen you take the lead there from Jaden Strandberg, and he got to the outside, ended up dropping in behind you, and that's when you started to make that big distance between you and second. But I was curious on that last what happened to him? He went from top 3 on the lead lap, one of the only drivers on the lead lap, to 2 laps down. And what happened there?
He didn't realize. I didn't realize it either, but didn't have enough fuel to make it all the way. When I got by Jaden, he said he only had 10 laps of fuel left.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, and when the caution come out with about 5 to go, there was only, you know, a few cars on the lead lap. You probably would have restarted like 5th. I was wondering why you didn't come down pit road, but I found out that you only had one set of tires, so that kind of answered the question there, and you was kind of stuck with what you got. But man, you definitely gave it a hell of a shot there on that green-white checker, and you had a chance at this win tonight. You almost had it. It was .015 and only about 6 or 8 inches if you look at it at the start-finish line. You was able to get to his inside there as y'all were coming to the white flag, going down into 1 and down the backstretch, man. You was there, and then the white flag came out. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I actually got a good run out of 4. I actually kind of scared myself because I grabbed the apron right on the exit, and it kind of wanted to jump sideways, but it drove off the corner really good, and I got inside of him, and Jamie's always ran me very clean. You know, me and there's a lot of respect going both ways. I could have drove it in there and washed up and moved him, but I wanted to race for it. You know, whether I got beat or not, you know, it means more to race for it and lose than go in there and you know, blast him up the hill and take the win from him that way. So, and
also he moved up instead of trying to chop you off, and he gave you room on the bottom, which is probably the preferred line to bottom here tonight. So he moves up, you give him room, y'all give each other room, and it's a race for it at the end. And you don't know who's going to win at the start finish line as you're coming off turn 4. So you had to have some hope there in the final few feet there coming to the start finish line.
Yeah, I had a bunch of hope, and even it doesn't pop up right away until we were all the way down into 1. I was like, man, I don't know, did he get it?
That's
it?
Why
and then it showed up.
Yeah, I have to wait until you guys get on the backstretch to announce who wins because it's that close. But hey, man, definitely made it an exciting finish. And with 1 set of tires, you played the best strategy you had. You had a good car tonight, and you overcame a lot of the shit that happened out there. So good job, man. Who you want to thank, man?
Just everybody at Bad Racing, Curtis, Jaden, Dustin Hall for the wrap, everybody, Ty Rogers, J&M, Ed Whitehead Tire Pros. Man, I'm still kind of exhausted from the long weekend at Vegas. That didn't go so well, but well, we'll live to fight another day. And thanks to John for putting these races on, giving us a place to race, whether it's dirt or asphalt. And thanks for you for always doing the broadcast and putting on the best show you can.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys, so good to see you coming back out. I can't wait for the dirt, man. What about you?
Dude, I'm ready. Asphalt's kind of get a little bit boring, but it's still kind of fun.
It is, especially when you got to finish like that, man. Good job, Bryson. Good try, buddy. All right, let's move on. Blake Murray, your third place driver. Probably made one enemy, I would have to say, tonight. But Blake, you got yours on, bro?
Go ahead.
Hey, that was an awesome little fake you made there. You went to the outside, you faked out, then you went low, and you kind of had him committed to a bad entry there going into 3, but you had a good run as well. Made a little bit of contact with him, but you know, it was a 100-lap race. You had to put yourself in position, and a lot of people ended up a lap down or more. But you was fortunate enough to be one of the drivers to finish this one on the lead lap and have a chance at it. And you found a podium spot right in front of you with a fast car underneath you. And you made a hell of a move there on the backstretch. And I see Jared ain't too happy with you.
It is what it is. I had to run. All he had to do was give him the bottom. He would have probably beaten back to the line, but
yeah,
he wanted to crowd me on the last lap, so I gave him the bumper. It is what it is.
Yeah, it was a hell of a race out there, man. A lot of good side-by-side battling there. But like I said, that move on the backstretch, I'm sure you kind of faked everybody. You faked me as well. I said, oh, no, you know, so that was pretty awesome to watch. And then a little bit of a bumper here. Sometimes it just a little too much sometimes. So, of course, you wasn't trying to send him around and up into the fence or anything like that. Just kind of trying to bump him up out of the groove a little bit, and sometimes it don't work out that way. So I hate it for him. Of course, he had a pretty good car here tonight, was able to play his cards right as well. But a 100-lap race that ended up like this, you can't say that you didn't try, and you had a car at the end of this thing, man. What else do you have? You have anything for Jamie, you think?
I mean, I think I pitted at like 55 or something right there, and
y'all run the same tires, I believe. You and Jamie.
I switched. Yeah, we was about the same time on tires, and I knew I was a little bit faster there on that little stretch we had to the end on like 92. But I kind of burnt the right front up trying to be the first car on the lead lap, and I lucked up on that.
Yeah.
I've killed myself because I went down the pit road and I forgot to turn fuel down. So
I knew that's what was going on out there. I had a feeling that's what it was, man. That's a big problem sometimes, and it causes you to lose the lap. And before you know it, you're like, what's going on? And next thing you know, it's too late. But yeah, man, hey, after all the stuff that happened out there, I know you was probably caught up in that big one early as well. To be able to stay in there and not DQ yourself or tear your race car up, man, I'd say shout out to you for that. And a third place finish, I'd say no friends made, so it might be a little rivalry or something there between you and Jarrett, but I'm sure you welcome that, and that might carry over to some other races.
Yeah, I like it. It's entertaining.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, I know you didn't mean to like destroy him, so. Hopefully you guys can just beat and bang out there and kind of settle it like that. And that was a lot of fun to watch. But like I said, I hate it for him. Of course, I know you didn't mean to do exactly what you did out there. Like I said, sometimes you get that little tap in it, and it's like it does a little more than it probably should, in my opinion, because, you know, I've done that even to my teammates where, like, you just barely touch them a little bit to move them, and next thing you know, they're destroyed and they're yelling at you like, what are you doing? I was like, come on now. I didn't mean to, you know. So, hey, man, third place finish tonight. Not so bad after 100 laps. Who you want to thank, brother?
Thank John for the league. Thank you for the broadcast. Jamie and all his crew at H&L and House of Speed.
I think we'd have had a three-way battle for that win if the caution would have came out one more time and gave you a chance to restart third. That would have been a little interesting. So it didn't happen, but podium finish, man. Good job, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, there he is, Blake Murray, your third-place finisher. Sorry, Jarrett, man. I hate that, buddy. I do. I hate that for you, man. Had a good car, put yourself in a good spot. You definitely had that third and final podium position, so it is what it is. What's up, Chucky? I see you, buddy. This one's coming to an end. Jamie Massey walking away with the winnings, the trophy, the $25, and the custom t-shirt. He's going to have a picture of that beautiful modified on that t-shirt. The M6 takes the win tonight here for the AC2 SKINZ 100 and the Snowball Derby for the SK Modifieds. We'll be back live tomorrow night with the mini stocks. And watch out, it might be Jamie Massey back in victory lane. If you think you can beat him, come on out, iracingmonsters.com and sign up and go racing. But he's pretty strong, he said, in those dang mini stocks. So we'll see what happens. iracingmonsters.com for information on how to get involved. The big super late model race coming up Thursday night. So you definitely want to get involved in that if you want to win some money. Tonight's race was provided to you with the NHMRL and the AC2 SKINZ coming together. So shout out to AC2 SKINZ and all the league admins and all those guys for making it possible for us to watch this nice race. A little controversy out there tonight, but definitely interesting to say the least. That's going to do it until tomorrow. The mini stocks will be live at about 8 o'clock Eastern time here on Facebook and YouTube. Everybody, come back out and watch that one. Until then, I appreciate you guys for watching. And everybody, have a good night. Chucky! the NHMRL and iracingmonsters.com. First annual virtual Snowball Derby on iracing.com. It's November 21st at 8 o'clock Eastern. The ETI Super Late Model Series at Five Flag Speedway is 300 laps and $20 to enter with $400 to win. Broadcast live on SRTV Network, Facebook, and YouTube. For more information or to sign up to enter, go to iracingmonsters.com.